Hey guys, today in today's daily reading in our schedule, you'll find a slice of 1 Corinthians, actually chapter 10. In 1 Corinthians chapter 10, you've got Paul making reference to some failures of the people of God in the Old Testament. But he makes a point of saying that these are examples for us so that you and I won't fail in the same kind of way that they did through self-centered evil behavior. I mean, they were out of control. And he's exhorting the Corinthians, he's saying, listen, pay attention to this. But then he makes the point that our personal freedom is a real issue here. He says, I'm free to do everything. And our personal freedom is very, very important. But it's not the most important. See, the Apostle Paul casts his personal freedom like this. He says, I'm free to do anything, but not everything is beneficial. Not everything is constructive for others. And then he kind of, it really is not a sidebar issue here. He's right on point here as he uses an example from that day. An issue that was going on amongst the Corinthians in that day was, should we eat meat offered to idols? I mean, can I? Should I? Can I? I'm free to. May I? Well, yeah, you're free to. You're free to eat meat to idols because to us, idols don't mean anything. But the real issue is not so much whether we can eat the meat offered to idols as it is my freedom. Is the exercise of my freedom beneficial and constructive? How do we answer that question? How should we judge our own personal freedom? I think the Apostle Paul gives us at least two verses that stood out to me, a couple verses that stood out to me that are kind of like summary verses of this whole argument about how we are to use or exercise our personal freedom. In verse 24, he says, no one should seek their own good, but the good of others. And then in verse 33, he uses himself as an example. For I am not seeking my own good, but the good of many, so that they may be saved. And then he starts verse 11 by saying, now follow my example as I follow the example of Christ. I am thankful for my freedoms, and I want you to be thankful for yours. But understand there is a greater calling on our lives than to lay hold and exercise our personal freedoms. There are other lives who need to benefit, who need to be built up because of how we live our lives. Hey, God bless you guys.